Now he becomes a fugitive in the wilderness, and the only way to survive is to put the gun on people. You know, so I told him that, hey, now we are brothers, right? He said, yeah. I said, then you have to let us go. He gave me my passport, gave Peter's passport to him, but the rest of the people, he didn't want to. I said, you know, we're traveling together, so definitely you have to do something. I went to see the guys, collected some money, some clothing and everything. We brought it to this guy, and then he released us. You know, the kind of atmosphere that I'm talking about is so dangerous that if you stay at one place for maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, you're going to die. You see the water bottle that we are carrying, the water will be boiling. We never slept in a house for almost 3 weeks. You sleep in the sun. You wake up in the morning, it's like you are buried. You know, because there is a desert sandstorm. The sun will blow and you wake up, it's like you're buried. You have sand in your nose, sand in your eyes, sand in your ears, and that's the way we had to survive. We went through the wilderness, through the desert, and then we entered into Libya. You know something that happened before we got into Libya? There is a place that, from that place to enter into Libya, is a one-day walk. This time it's not a car, you have to walk. And there is a mountain called Hoga Mountain that divides Libya and Algeria. If you want somebody to walk with you, they call it a guide. It's a one-day journey. You climb the mountain and you descend. Apparently the guide that we called to help us to go, because there is no road, you just walk through the desert. And apparently the guy had a mental problem. So he walked us one-day journey just to tell us that he did a mistake, so we had to walk back again, and then go through the mountain. The day we went through the mountain, this guy walked us into the camp of the Libyan army. They were doing some camping in the desert, and we walked through the camp. They got up, pulled their guns, their cars, chased us. I escaped, and I entered into Libya, one of their small towns called Saba. So I entered into Saba, and I stayed in Libya for about 3 years, worked there, left Libya, went to Malta, and then came back home to meet my guys who were doing this drug business. I invested my money, and then everything just went down the drain like that. You know, it was a very pathetic thing. I became homeless. I lost everything. And there was this woman that used to live around a particular club in our neighborhood that I was always there. You know, whether it is time for club or not, I'm always hanging around the club, smoking, drinking, you know. So this woman looked at me and she thought for a moment that this young man is going to die if nobody rescues him. So the woman started talking to me to come to church, and I wouldn't go, you know, because... But one day I did something very, very embarrassing. You know, it was a Saturday. I got drunk, I got high, and I fought some people. I did something very, very terrible. I wasn't living even in my home. That's my friend's home. But interesting enough, my friend happened to live close to the church that this woman was inviting me, or she's been inviting me to. So this time around, when I woke up Sunday morning, where do you go? Sunday morning. You know, so something just told me that just go to church. I didn't even have any good clothes. The best clothes that I had some kind of bends in it because we smoked weeds in the car and it got bent. You know, that's the best shirt I had. So I just decided to go to church. I crossed the street and I went to church for the first time. The things that I saw, I really liked it. I saw very good looking young guys, beautiful girls, good looking young pastors, nice praise and worship, good preaching. I just fell in love with what I saw. I was tired. You know, so I prayed, you know, and I told God that, God, this is what I want. I want to be part of this, so help me. In actual fact, I know that I thought Christians were hypocrites, you know, so I remember very well that day I said to God that, God, I don't want to be a hypocrite. I want to serve you faithfully. I want to be part of this. So that day I gave my life to Christ. When I walked out of the church room, I got rid of all the cigarettes that I had on me. I got rid of the weeds. And then I remember very well, I called all 3 girlfriends and I told them that it's over. You know, they thought I was just playing games, but I told them it's over. So when I got back to my friend's house, with the kind of things that was going on in his home, I realized that if I stay there is no way I can serve God the way I want to do it. So I told my friend that, I have to go back home. So I went back home, put myself together, started reading my Bible, and started concentrating on what is expected of a newly born-again Christian. So started going to church, and that happens to be the beginning of my journey as a born-again Christian. I want you to know that our God is a faithful God. There is nothing that God cannot do. Whatever your situation is, whatever your challenges are, whatever you're going through, I want to assure you that God is going to make it happen. God will see to it that it is well with you. God will put a smile upon your face. God will give you a reason to tell somebody that He is a faithful God. You are always welcome to fellowship with us. And also, whatever the Lord lays on your heart to give to our ministry, test the amount to the number on the screen. God richly bless you. And always remember that Jesus cares about you and He loves you.